Hello, how are you? So, today we're going to start with unit number 9, and this is the last unit of this course. In this unit, we're going to be talking about ways of inviting someone to go out. We're also going to be analyzing conversations on the phone, saying what you're doing just now at this moment, and ask what other people are doing at the moment as well. All right, so the first activity is for telephone expressions. So here we have two images of people talking on the phone. We have Tom and Sue, right? So what I want you to do, these are the sentences of this conversation, and I want you to put them in the correct order. So we know that this is number 1. It says, hello, Sue Morris here, right? So it's Sue talking first. Pause the video and put the correct numbers next to the sentences, all right? Are you ready? So let's listen.
Track 40.
Hello, Sue Morris here.
Hi Sue, it's Tom.
Oh, hi Tom. Look, I'm busy just now. Can I call you later?
Okay, fine. Bye.
Okay, so this one is number 1. Then we have, hi Sue, it's Tom. Then Sue says, hi Tom, I'm busy just now. Can I call you later? Okay, fine, bye. Yeah, so that is the conversation. Sue is a bit busy, right? So she has a lot of things to do, so she can't talk on the phone. And the expression she used is, can I call you later? Yes. Now, if you look here, we can also use this other expression. It says, can I phone you? Or can I phone you later? Phone, we know that it's a noun, right? Telephone, but we can also use it as a verb, right? Phone someone. Phone you, phone my sister, right? Now let's see. Tom and Sue have another conversation later on, right? Underline the sentences you hear. So here we have some sentences. Are you busy? I'm really busy. I'll call you later. I'll, right? Which is the contraction of I will, right? Will is used to talk about the future, right? So I will call you later. Can I call you later? And then write. So please underline the sentences you hear in this conversation.
Track 41.
Hi Sue, it's Tom again.
Oh, hi.
Are you busy?
Yes, I am. I'm in a meeting.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll call you later.
Right, bye.
Okay, so now what do we hear here? Tom asks, are you busy? And then she says, yes, right? She's in a meeting. Don't worry, I will call you later. Right. Yeah, so those are the sentences we hear. Here we have some expressions. You can ask someone, right, if they are available or not by saying, are you busy? And a possible answer would be, I'm really busy, right? Or I'm busy just now. I will call you later. This is a statement, a positive statement. Or you can also ask someone if I can call you, right? Is that okay with you? And then she says, right. Now let's try to use some of those expressions in this exercise. Here we have the extracts of two conversations, and what I want you to do is to try to complete the gaps with the words that we have here. I am, I will, you, can, me, and are. So please pause the video again and do this exercise. Now let's check your answers. Number 1 we have, hello, it's me, Alex. This is an expression we use on the phone, right? It's me. You identify yourself. Hi, Alex. Look, I'm busy just now. Just means at the moment, right? I'm busy just now. Oh, sorry. And here we have a sentence, right? This is not a question, so that would be, I will call you later. Yes? Because we know that this is not a question. So we start with the subject. I'll call you later. Second example says, hello, John. Are you busy? Yes, I am in a meeting. And then we have a similar question, but in this case we have the interrogative form. So we know that we have to start with an auxiliary. Can I call you later? Very good. Now try to think about conversations that you have with people that you know, right? So what do? Do you first identify, right? Maybe you can ask the person if they are busy or not, yes? Maybe you can try to write a dialogue so we can check it all together. Now, in this case, in the conversations we've been using, right, we've been analyzing, we have some examples of a tense that we're going to be analyzing today, which is the present continuous, yes, or present progressive. Both ways of telling it, it's okay, right? Present progressive or present continuous. And we use the present progressive to talk about the things that you're doing at the moment of speaking, right? So, for example, in my case, I am talking, right? You are listening, yeah? So these are the things that you're doing at this exact moment. Now, here we have three different situations, three different sentences, of course, and we're going to listen to people talking. And what I want you to do is to try to match the parts of the listening with the corresponding images and complete at the same time these sentences. We have I am breakfast, we are some food, I am to a meeting. And then we have some verbs in this case, right? And the word just. Now let's listen and match and complete.
Track 42.
1. Oh, hello. Yes, how are you? Yes, I'm fine, thank you. I'm at home, yes. No, I'm having breakfast. Yes. 2.
Oh, hi. Yes, we're just cooking some food. Yes, Chinese food. Okay, talk to you later.
3.
Oh, hello. Peter, thanks for calling. No, I'm not in the office. I'm just going to a meeting. Yes, I'm a bit late. Yes. Okay, can you call later? Around 12? That's fine. Okay, bye.
Okay, so here we have the sentences, right? The first one says, I am having breakfast. I am having breakfast. Which image represents the first conversation? C, right? Here we have the man here, and he is having breakfast. Number 2 says, we're just cooking some food. We're just cooking some food, and this is image A, right? Two people, that is what she says. We are cooking some food. And the last one, the lady over here, she says, I'm just going to a meeting, right? And we have like a clue. In this case, we have the preposition to. So we know that normally we say the expression go to, right? I'm just going to a meeting. Now, the structure of the present progressive, it's very simple. Very, very simple. So as always, we have the subject. Then we have the verb to be, right? Is, yes, is, or are. And then we have a main verb, the main verb, right? Which ends in ing. Yes? So let's see, we have I am having breakfast, right? I am having breakfast. Yes? So in this case, we have the subject over here. Then we have the verb to be that corresponds to the subject, right? Having, which is the main verb with ing, and then the rest of the sentence, right? Main verb in Spanish would be something like verbo principal, ¿ya? ¿Por qué le llamamos verbo principal? Porque el verbo to be también es un verbo, ¿sí? A diferencia del verbo principal, este verbo to be va a llamarse auxiliar, the auxiliary, right? Les recuerdo que los auxiliares son palabras, ¿cierto? Que nos van a ayudar a armar oraciones en distintos tiempos verbales. Para el presente simple tenemos auxiliares como el do, does. Para el pasado simple usamos did, right? And for present progressive, we're going to use the verb to be as an auxiliary. Yes? Very important for you to understand that. Now, here we have some examples with the verb go. I am going. We are having. I am cooking. Now, pay attention here to the box we have here, right? For most verbs, like go and cook, the only thing we do is to add the ing at the end, right? So go, going, cook, and cooking. Now, for verbs that end in a e, right, in this vowel, like have or live, we're going to remove that and replace it with ing, right? So we're not going to be saying like living. Yes, that's not correct. We're just deleting that e, and that is the case. Now, we have another exception for verbs that have this structure, right? Which we call it CVC, which means consonant, vowel, and consonant. Yes? Like in this case, we have a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant. And what happens in those cases is that we're going to be doubling the last consonant. Yes? 2 times. Getting. Yes? And that is another very common exception. So this is the rule that you have to learn. Yes? Most verbs just add ing. Verbs that end in e, we replace that, right? And for verbs with consonant, vowel, and consonant, we double the consonant, the last one. Now let's continue. Here says, look at the example. So we have 2 different examples, one in present simple and the other one in present progressive. Which sentence means often, that something happens often or every day, and which one means that is happening just now, at this moment? Yes? Present simple, we have, we usually have breakfast at 8:30. And in the present progressive case, we have, we're or we are having breakfast. Can I call you later? Yes? So please remember that present simple is always used to talk about routines and habits. So things that happen regularly, often, every day, or never. And we use words which are called frequency adverbs like usually, never, always, sometimes, often, and so on, right? Now, the present progressive, on the other hand, right, we use it to talk about things that are things happening at the moment of speaking. Yes? Or things happening at a specific time, right? So in that case, we say we are having breakfast. That means that in that specific moment, right, when that person was speaking, he or she or they, right, were doing something specific. Yes, having breakfast. Now let's practice. Write the verbs in the present progressive. So use this to make sentences positive sentences, right, with the present progressive form. So please pause the video now and come back once you're ready. Can we check? So let's see. Number one, we're going to be using contractions, right? So the short forms. We're having lunch. We're cooking dinner. I'm watching a football match. I'm driving to work. I'm working. I'm going to bed. Yeah, so these are things that are happening at the moment. Very good. Now let's continue. Of course, if you want to know what people are doing, we can ask a very simple question, right? What are you doing? What are you doing? That means what is the activity you're doing at this exact moment, right? So if I ask you, what are you doing? You can probably say, I am listening to the teacher. I'm watching a video. I'm doing some exercises. I'm learning English, right? Those are the possibilities. Now we have Aideen in this case. He's talking to a friend. Look at the friend's questions. What are Aideen's answers? So try to come up with the answers that he gives, right? And let's listen.
Track 44.
Hello?
Hi, where are you?
I'm at the airport.
Oh, okay. What are you doing? Are you at check-in?
No, I'm sitting in a cafe. The plane leaves in about half an hour.
Are you having lunch?
No, I'm having a cup of coffee. They have food on the plane.
Oh, right. Okay. Have a good time.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, so what are the answers? First question says, where are you? Notice that this is not present continuous. This is present simple. Where are you, right? And he says, I am at the airport. Yes? What are you doing? This is present continuous. And he says, I'm sitting in a cafe, right? Are you having lunch? No, I'm having a cup of coffee, I think, right? So here we have examples of different questions you may ask, right? Now, yes, pay attention to these two questions, and we have the examples here, right? So for positives, we can say you are having lunch, right? But when we want to ask, we also have these two different types of questions that we have been discussing during this course. If I start the question with the auxiliary, because remember that are is the auxiliary, right? We say, are you having lunch? Yes, I am, or no, I am not. Yes. But when I say, what are you doing? I cannot say, yes, I am, or no, I'm not, right? I have to give information, like in this case. I'm sitting in a cafe, right? Now, that would be it for today. We're going to be continuing to practice some questions, right, and expressions. But remember that for all questions in English, the structure is always the same. So we have W questions plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb. Yes. What are you doing? And then we have, of course, the complement. Remember that some of these elements would not appear, like in this case, we can delete that, right? But the structure is always going to be the same, right? So don't forget this formula, if you can say, right? the order is always the same for questions in English. Now, let's see the final part in which we talk about classroom language, talking about a picture. So listen to the teacher. Of course, I am the teacher. What are the questions? Now, let's listen to a different teacher and try to identify the questions in this listening. All right?
Track 45.
Look at the photo. What can you see?
A man.
Okay. Where is he?
Cafe. A cafe.
In a cafe, yes. And what is he doing? Hassan?
He's talking on the phone.
Yes. Good.
Okay, so here are some questions about the image we just saw, right? So the question would be, what can you see in the image, right? Where is he and what is he doing, right? And if you pay attention to the answers, right, you're going to notice that we use very different tenses. So we have a man, right? What can you see? We can see a man, right? Where is he? Well, he is in a cafe, right? And what is he doing? He is talking on the phone, yes? Depending on the type of question, of course, is going to be the answer that you're going to give. Now, complete the forms of the present progressive, and here we have two different verbs. So please pause the video, right, and complete it depending on the subject. So are you ready? Let's see. With the verb wear, pronunciation is wear. Remember, we don't say wear, right, or anything like that. Wear. And we use it to talk about the clothes or accessories you're wearing at a moment. So we say, he's wearing, she's wearing, and then they're wearing, right? Now here we have the verb have. Yes. Having. Remember, we delete the E, right? Again, she's having and they are having. All right? So that is the end for today. I'm going to leave you some exercises in the virtual classroom so you can practice a bit more. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.